everyone. I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are. My name is Shikha, and you guys are awesome. All the comments, the feedback that I'm getting, I'm so grateful. You guys have no idea. So keep them coming. I'm replying to as many as possible, actually all of them right now. I'm all caught up. So please do keep the feedback and comments coming. I had one of you asking me, Danny, I think it was Danny M, that if I could share something about how INFJs date and why it's so hard for us and why most of us are actually single. A lot of my ENTP friends who want to meet INFJs because we're supposed to be a really good combination, I've done a video on that, how ENTPs and INFJs are a really perfect pair. And a lot of them ask me, because I have a lot of ENTP friends and ENFP friends, and they're both all the same. They both are great with INFJs. They always ask me, oh, how can I find an INFJ? I want to find an INFJ. I want to be friends with them. I want to date them. I want to do all that stuff with them, right? I think that would be great together. And it's the truth. INFJs and ENTPs are always really great together. The horrible or the weird thing about INFJs is, first of all, we spend all of our time at home. All of our time. So to find us is like finding a needle in a haystack. How are you supposed to find us? We're always hidden at home. Also, ENTPs are the kind of people who are always going to all these events, and you're not going to find an INFJ at the kind of events that ENTPs end up going to. They go to like football games and basketball games or axe throwing or something like that. You know, they love those kind of events. An INFJ would not be caught dead at an axe throwing event. First of all, it's way too violent for us. Way too many people throwing their negative emotions into the axe, and it's not fun. It's not something that an introvert would do. Most of us will spend all of our time at the library, or we love bookshops. I love bookshops. Coffee shops. We spend a lot of time by ourselves at coffee shops. You'll always know when there's an introvert person sitting by themselves reading a book with their headphones on. They have the signal sent to the people around us. I am not interested. Do not bother me. I'm not interested. Do not bother me. Kind of thing. I do that all the time. Right? My head is down. I have my headphones on. I'm reading. Don't bother me. Don't bother me. Because of all of these don't bother me signs that we are always putting out in the world, most people will not know that we are single. They will always think that we're taken. Everyone always assumes that I'm in a relationship or I'm dating someone because I have such a strong boundary or wall around me. I don't like people touching me. I don't want them to be in my personal space, right? Horrible. Anyway, so we're like that. We are very difficult to get to know. Like, we have so many boundaries and walls around us. But, okay, let's assume that you know an INFJ and you've gotten close to them and you perhaps are interested in them. The unfortunate matter of the fact is, at that point, there is going to be so many signals that the INFJ is going to send you that they are absolutely not interested. Or if they are even interested, there is no way you would know an INFJ is ever interested in you. It's so hard for us for some reason, because it puts us in a very vulnerable spot. When I like someone, I will never, ever let them know. Ever let them know that I like them. Ever. Because that means that I'm putting myself in a vulnerable spot. I'm putting myself in a spot where this person can take advantage of me. They know my vulnerability. They know that my heart is weak for them. They know that I like them. They know that if they reject me, then I'll be hurt by that. I don't want to put myself in that position. I don't want people to know that I am weak like that. Again, it's not a matter of weakness, but that's how INFJs take it. We don't want to be in that position. We don't want them to know that we are like that. We don't want them to know that us liking them can put us in such a vulnerable, weak position, right? All of a sudden, they have all this power over us. I don't want to put myself in that position. All right. Okay, so let's assume, okay, you've gone past that as well, and the INFJ is telling you that they like you. How do we tell people we like us? We like them? First of all, we're spending time with you. That's a big deal. If we're spending a lot of time with you, that means that we like you, right? Male, female, doesn't matter if you're, whoever you are. If we're spending time with you, that means we like you. It's very rare for INFJs to spend time with people, but if they're spending time with you, that means they like you as a friend, as a partner, as a whatever. At first, they do like you, which is a really good sign for you. If you're not forcing the INFJ to spend time with you and they're still spending time with you, they're actually volunteering to spend time with you, that means they really like you, all right? So that's a huge sign for you if you're hanging out with an INFJ, that they're hanging out with you, they're spending time with you, they're enjoying themselves, they're smiling, they're laughing, they're not closed off, they're having a conversation with you. The second signal that they really like you is that they ask you a lot of questions and they're sitting there intently listening, but also that they volunteer information about themselves. For an INFJ to do that, to volunteer information about themselves, is like the rarest thing on this planet. It's rarer than a unicorn. I think unicorns are more common than an INFJ in volunteering information about themselves, right? Like, we do not do that, right? But if we're volunteering information about ourselves to you, that means we want you to know us. We want you to get to know us, and that means we like you, right? Very rare that we do this. I never do it. I am perpetually single, I think, right now. But if we do that, it means that you should know that we like you, right? Also, again, we have a very hard time with this, but we're spending time with you, we're telling you that we like you in that manner, we're asking you questions and we're volunteering information towards you, but also, we're constantly telling you that you're a very special individual. We will never say it outright that, you're very special to me, but we will say that you're a very special individual in general. Because we have this need, because we see through fake people so easily, we have this really interesting need to be around people who are unique, who are not fake, who are special in a way to us. We have a weird regulation of being special. We have different standards than other people. My ex, everyone else looked at him and they just saw an ordinary person. When I looked at him, I saw his goodness, I saw his kindness, I saw his gentleness. And for me, he was a very gentle, beautiful human being. And I saw that. But no one else in my friend circle, they all were surprised that I was dating him. But for us, we have a very different way of looking at people. Most of the other people are not going to see what we see because we see underneath the surface, right? So we see you, we are always telling you you're special, we're spending time with you. The one thing INFJ is very rarely going to do, or not at all, is tell you that they like you right straight out. We can't do it for some reason. I have this weird thing. I can tell my girlfriends that I love them and they're awesome. Like, without an instant, without any problems, without any issues. But if I meet someone that I really like, first of all, it's so rare that my heart gets touched. You have, again, so many boundaries, so many walls as an INFJ. So the fact that you have touched our heart is very rare. It has been a long time for me since that has happened. I have a lot of girlfriends, I have a lot of friends, but for a romantic relationship, it hasn't happened in a long time because it's very rare for the person to get so close to me in order to get to know me and to let me know that they care. Most people will not want to put the effort in. It's just too much effort to get to know an INFJ. It's too much effort to date an INFJ, too much effort to court an INFJ. It takes too much effort, too much time, too much thinking, too much planning. Most people are not going to bother, right? Unfortunately. Unfortunately, because once you are in a relationship with an INFJ, it is, I think, amazing. We are really loving, loyal people. We'll make sure that you are taken care of in every way possible. We're going to love you to death, overly love you, mostly. We'll make sure that we get you everything that you want, everything you love. We're always buying gifts for the people we love and all that stuff. So we're great in a relationship. But for us to get into it is entirely another story. It's actually very rare, very hard, and I haven't been in a relationship in a long time. Also because I don't want to be in a superficial relationship. I'm gonna do another video on this, but for INFJ to just have casual sex it's not a conservative thing. It's not a religious thing. It's not that. It's not those things at all. It's the fact that you don't want to be in a superficial relationship. A one-night stand is the most superficial thing ever. You just kind of bang, boom, and boom, you're done, kind of thing. You don't want to do that. Weirdly enough, INFJs are very attractive individuals mostly because we're very charming and people like us. So we get a lot of people interested in us, superficially interested in us. Yeah? I get a lot of men who come and they're interested in me, but because most of them are not going to put in effort to get to know me better. Most of them I'm not going to be interested in because they're just not my kind, not my type, and we have very specific types. We have very specific energy needs, and most people can't fulfill that. So most of the time, it's never going to go anywhere, unfortunately, right? Or fortunately, for me, because I love being alone. That's another thing about INFJs, is that because we're so comfortable being alone, we don't really freaking give a rat's ass if we're in a relationship. Most of the time, I'm ecstatic being single. I see people who are in relationships and I think to myself, oh God, I don't want to do that. Oh man, that sounds like a lot of work. Oh shit, I don't want to be in a relationship, kind of thing, right? So we don't really care. I don't want to be in a relationship. I'm fine being single. And most INFJs are really happy being single, right? There's so much more to this, but this is already a really long video and I've already spoken a lot. I'm going to do a second part to this for sure. There's so much to talk about. in terms of dating an INFJ. So this is part one, right? And I'll do another part eventually soon about INFJs and dating. I just really have so much to say on this subject. Basically, INFJs are crap at dating is the essence of it. Yes. I hope this makes sense. Let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear your opinions, your thoughts, your processes on it. What do you guys do when you date? Are you as elusive as a unicorn as an INFJ is? Or is it easier for you to get into a relationship? Perhaps you're different from me. I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you guys are interested, you can go join my team at patreon.com/boomshikha. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys next time around. Bye for now.